I had quite an interesting weekend. It's been super gloomy around Southern California. What feels for like the last 2 months. If it's not sprinkling and raining,
It's
then it's.
June gloom, dude.
But I don't remember it this pronounced. I don't remember. I remember June gloom like here and there, but this year I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I have a toddler that you have to find things to go and take them to do, or they'll just like turn the house upside down. But not having the nice warm weather has kind of been a hindrance. So we decided that we were going to go to a theme park. And in said theme park, there is a water play area. Now I bring this to your guys' attention because look, Dave, you're very close to being a parent. Vince, I'm sure you're not far off. But when you're a parent, you see weird stuff. And obviously that's with your kid. But a lot of time, sorry, not to scare you, Vince. Sorry about that. Let's go back and talk about your junior prom. But you see stuff. The most weird, the most weird stuff that you see is from other kids, right? And we live in a society where it's like you better not say anything to those other kids. But there's always the one kid that doesn't have any supervision and is left to his own devices. Which, hey, Godspeed, whatever your method is. But there was a water play area that my daughter was playing in, and they had water jets that were shooting straight up in the air. Now, I'm not saying these water jets were, fire hose level, but I am saying that if you had information that you needed to extract from me and I wasn't willing to give it, and you gave me the option of like, well, we're going to make you sit on this water jet, I'd be like, nah, let's avoid that. I'll give you the information. I don't want to have to go through this.
Oh, we can't do waterboarding anymore, so we're just
Yeah.
going straight to water spurting.
Yeah. And so this one kid who was like bigger than the rest of the kids, just he kept standing over the water jet so it hit him directly in the butt. And he kept doing it. He would go around to all the water jets, and he finally got to the point of where he would just sit directly on the water jet. And I mean, this thing is pumping, right? Like a lot of people go get colonics and pay good money. And this kid was just like, I'm here, like, let's use this chlorinated water to clean up. And I don't know. I was sitting there, and then as a parent, you're like, oh man, kids are social learners. I really hope that my daughter doesn't see what this kid's doing, because then it forces me into a situation where I have to have the like conversation of like, this isn't where we don't hygiene clean ourselves. We don't clean up, hygiene something that we leave at home. And I just kept waiting for a parent to step in and go, hey, Billy, this isn't the place. Let's do this back at the, our hotel's pretty high end. Use the bidet back there.
Yeah. He's like, you ever crank the bidet up to 11?
Dude, and it's just like, can you imagine, like, I just picture him like right before they leave the hotel for the day, he says that to their dad as they're walking out. Dude. And the dad's just like, what? And then they get to the theme park, and it's like, your kid doesn't want to go on the rides. He wants to sit on the water jets and make an example out of himself. And it's tough. So of course my daughter sees this, the other kids see it, they start emulating it. So then I'm like, oh damn, like now I'm stressed out because I'm like, I don't like, how do I go about this? This is never something they tell you, like, hey, one day you're gonna have to tell your daughter not to sit on the water jets like the other kids are doing. And so then I was like, oh no, this is an opportunity, because I can indirectly like not yell at her, but I can let her know, like, this isn't we don't do that. That's disgusting. Don't do that here. But I'm really communicating it to that kid and that kid's parents in an indirect way. And then I'm just like, who am I at this point in my life? Like, is this something that I even need to engage in? But it was just disgusting. And I'm interested to know what your guys' perspective is on, we're at all different, I feel like, levels of parenthood. Vince, not,
Hey, dude, I'm a cat dad.
So basically, you were like passive aggressively parenting someone else's kid.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like, hey, no, we don't do that here, okay? There's a time and place to clean up, and it's behind closed doors. It's not in the middle of one of the biggest theme parks in Southern California, okay?
I just picture him going up to Callie and being like, this is all fun, huh? Water? It's really great. Hey, but have you tried it up your ass yet? You have not lived, girl?
I mean, that is the conversation that would have happened if I let this kid get anywhere near.
And then the parents are like, hey, you trying to teach my kid about not to squirt water up his ass?
Like, no. I'm giving, friendly advice that take it back to the hotel. All right. Nobody wants to see.
You can do it if he wants to.
I just imagine,
kid's free. Okay.
Dude,
like,
I imagine you looking at the kid and being like, "Where's the parent?" And then you scan over, and there's just a 50-year-old guy, just
Oh god.
just strutting it. He's all, "This is how you do it, boy."
He's like, yeah, you get that, boy.
Yeah, it's like it turns into like the father and son like bonding moment that I didn't expect to have.
Wasn't that a
Man,
part
he's-
in Billy Madison too? Isn't there a part
What's it-
towards the end where one of the characters is sitting on a sprinkler head just giggling?
It's been so long since I've seen
dude,
Billy
I think it
Madison, but
was.
that tracks.
It tracks too. I think it might have
Maybe
been.
it's the kids like practicing a comedy routine or something. He's just going. He's just kind of seeing how other kids react to it, how their parents react to it.
Well, his vibe was, I'm on a beach and I've got a margarita in my hand and I'm just gonna relax and enjoy this, which is fine. Like again, it's fine. Like if take a shower in the middle of a theme park, whatever, with chlorinated water, shoot chlorinated water directly up your butt. I just feel like there's our generation is failing these young kids and letting them go to theme parks and just think that's where you deal all your stuff out. No, we didn't. We all paid. Okay, we all paid to be here. Let's not like make things weird.
I think you're just using the theme park incorrectly, dude. That kid's only 7 or 8, and he's already mastered it.
Yeah.
So you're going there and
I
not
kinda see
getting
that.
your ass cleaned. Is that correct?
You might be missing out. Maybe you're just.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just mad that you've missed out all these years and you didn't think of it first.
Maybe, but I feel like it should be, if that's the thing, it should be spelled out on the ticket, even maybe an add-on to your day's experience. Like, oh,
Fast
you
pass.
get front of the line passes, but you also get to spray water jets up your butt over in the kids' play area.
Dude, hear me out. Dole Whip option? Would you pay extra?
When you say Dole Whip option,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
what does
explain what
that
that means.
mean?
Oh, you know what I mean.
You talking about a water jet that sprays Dole Whip up your butt? 'Cause I'm
Dude.
absolutely out.
Yeah? You're out.
Dude, look how excited he got. He's like, yeah, you agree with me? We're both deviants?
oh, you're out.
Oh, you're out.
Vince, I support your water jet habit. You're a consenting adult. You can do
Wait.
what you want.
But
I'm
what
saying-
kind? Because there's 2 parts to a Dole Whip. It's the pineapple juice and the pineapple ice cream. So which part are they spraying out?
Depends on what you pay
Pineapple
for,
juice?
Dane. Or Dave.
Dane or Dane?
Dane or
What does
Dane?
Dane or Dane think
Vince
about
is
that?
letting the chat just
Dude.
really invade this.
So
this
I kind of have a
conversation.
personal story that kind of aligns with this, but it's a little embarrassing. But I've already confessed to stealing
Do it.
Pokemon cards, so I do have a memory when I
Yeah,
was
you're
pretty
halfway
young.
there.
Oh, dude, I do have a memory pretty young where I remember having like, do you remember those old school kids chairs that were like the thinnest plastic? I think I had a Ninja Turtles one, and they were always
Yeah.
broken. And
Yeah,
they
sat
always
in one
stabbed
last
you.
week.
Dude. So I'm sitting on one with a sprinkler directly below it because it's like 97 degrees outside. So I'm pretty much the sprinkler butt kid, but I'm sitting there in this thing and it's going.
You're such a sprinkler butt kid.
I'm a sprinkler butt kid, but it's going where it has like the stream like this. So my chair is over it. So it's doing that all around me and I feel like a fucking mermaid. And the whole time there's kids in our backyard. There's like a waterway. And then there was like the really bad neighborhood that I was never allowed to go into. All the kids in the really bad neighborhood saw Mermaid Vince just sitting there enjoying his day, and they started throwing rocks at me. And I remember sitting there just having rocks, thump, 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 and I just start calling my mom, and I'm like, "Mom, come here." And I sat there for maybe 15 minutes because no one was coming, and I thought it was a fun game because they weren't hitting me. And I was like, "Oh, they're trying to hit me. This is so fun." And then finally one rock hit me right in the chest, and I went from like 15 minutes of joy to instant terror. I don't know why I shared that story, but
Well, okay. So you said that the sprinkler, like, it's sprayed like a fan, right?
yeah,
Like a
And I was
fan
sitting
underneath you.
on a chair directly above it, which made me.
Oh,
think of
that's
this
different
story.
than what I'm talking about. You're not.
it wasn't-
taking
it wasn't
a girthy
in-
water jet right into your butt.
No,
that's
no.
that's different.
It's
What
different.
I'm talking about was, if you were gonna rate it, it would have been probably rated R. And obviously, this kid
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
trying to do anything weird that I know of, but he was definitely trying to clean some stuff that maybe hadn't been cleaned in a while. And that's my only point is like, see, what those kids did is they sent you a service. They let you know, like, hey, what you're doing right now, go in your house and do it. You don't do it right here, and if you do, you're gonna get rocks thrown at
Dude.
you. You know,
For 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
and you're gonna.
And if you call your mom to come help you, she's not going to come.
She's not going to do
We're
it.
gonna curb
My
stomp
mom.
you later.
Where was my mom? But yeah, it was just instant regret, dude. A rock to the chest, and it wasn't fun anymore. But your story made me think about that. But no, I didn't have a direct.
That's a lot of persistence to throw rocks at
It
someone
is,
for
dude.
15 minutes. I mean, that's also a lot of rocks. I don't know where they're getting them, but
They were in an alleyway.
Yeah,
there were a
you
lot of
must
rocks.
have been a hard target to hit, dude.
Dude. It was the water. I think the water was kind of pushing the rocks away.
it kind of makes me want to be the one to raise the weird kid. The kid that's going to just, I don't know, be that kid to just push the social norms. Maybe what I can do is have a kid that is like, because you were saying like they're social learners. It like makes me want to have a kid and just like teach them just completely weird things, but normalize it.
Yeah. Well, good luck in like 20 years where that pays dividends. You know, that's
It's just a
like,
fun
Eventually,
hobby.
they'll know that something was up, and they'll be like, "What? Why did we do that?" And then I'll just deny everything.
Yeah. You're like, that never happened.
Well,
As your
I would
father, I
not
would have
do
stood
that.
for that, you know?
I feel
Yeah,
like
but
you
it's
can
just
get away.
interesting, you know, it's interesting what bleeds over from other kids to your kids. And then it's like, well, at what point do you go like, let's not do that. Let's not copy the lowest common denominator here at, at the splash
That
pad.
kid's way below you.
Yeah.
Don't look at that kid.
That kid's going to be working for you one day, okay?
That kid is the Vince of the group. You don't want to.
Oh, come
That kid-
on.
Throw a rock at him.
I'm
okay?
just kidding. You're not the lowest common denominator, Vince.
Throw a rock at him,
Don't
okay? For
backpedal.
14 minutes, he'll enjoy it. But then when you
Throw a
hit him
rock.
once, he's gonna
Dave
go
was
get his
one of
mom.
those rockets.
Throw another rock. Throw 15 more rocks.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
like a Lord of the. That's like a weird Lord of the Flies thing, dude. Like,
Yeah.
remember in Lord of the Flies where they stoned that kid to death?
yeah.
Yeah, and I was the chubby
think
kid that
It's
I
so
think
primal, dude.
really brought
In a,
some
in
stuff
a lot of
back.
ways, I think society would be better if we applied more, Lord of the Flies type.
More if we brought
More
stoning
stones.
back.
Just stoning, conches, so that you knew that you weren't supposed to talk unless you had the conch. That's very important, and something that kids just don't understand these days. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, I got to talk to Vince and Dave about this because it just doesn't seem right. So I appreciate you guys just confirming that my instincts were correct 100%, and there's nothing I could have done different.
No, it seems like you are a flawless parent, dude.
Obviously,
Even for other people's kids.
yeah, I mean, sometimes an indirect parental, guidance is necessary.
That kid's gonna look back, I think, for the next 20 years, and he's gonna remember, and he's gonna be like, "That one guy is gonna be disappointed in me."
Every time he sees a,
Every time he sees
a
water.
jet, and he's like, his mouth starts watering, he'll go, "Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm a 35-year-old man. I can't do this here."
I can't do this anymore. It's inappropriate.
Yeah, so it's always fun. It's always fun having to deal with other kids that aren't yours, and then what role you play in that. But yeah. Good times, man. Good times. And honestly, just water playgrounds or water parks are just disgusting anyway. So